Good evening, everyone. We're back with Genesis chapter 9, God's covenant with Noah. God blessed Noah and his sons and told them, multiply and fill the earth. All the wild animals, large and small, and all the birds and fish will be afraid of you. I have placed them in your power. I have given them to you for food, just as I have given you grain and vegetables. But you must never eat animals that still have their lifeblood in them, and murder is forbidden. Animals that kill people must die, and any person who murders must be killed. Yes, you must execute anyone who murders another person, for to kill a person is to kill a living being made in God's image. Sorry if this isn't thoroughly clear. Now you must have many children and repopulate the earth. Yes, multiply and fill the earth. Then God told Noah and his sons, I am making a covenant with you and your descendants, and with the animals you brought with you, all these birds and livestock and wild animals. I solemnly promise never to send another flood to kill all the living things and destroy the earth. And God said, I am giving you a sign as evidence of my eternal covenant with you and all the living creatures. I have placed my rainbow in the clouds. It is the sign of my permanent promise to you and to all the earth. When I send the clouds over the earth, the rainbow will be seen in the clouds, and I will remember my covenant with you and with everything that lives. Never again will there be a flood that will destroy all life. When I see the rainbow in the clouds, I will remember the eternal covenant between God and every living creature on earth. Then God said to Noah, yes, this is the sign of my covenant with all the creatures of the earth. Noah's sons. Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the three sons of Noah, survived the flood with their father. Ham is the ancestor of the Canaanites. From these three sons of Noah came all the people now scattered across the earth. After the flood, Noah became a farmer and planted a vineyard. One day, he became drunk and on some wine he had made, and then lay naked in his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw that his father was naked and went outside and told his brothers. Shem and Japheth took a robe, held it over their shoulders, walked backward into the tent, and covered their father's naked body. As they did this, they looked the other way so they wouldn't see him naked. When Noah woke up from his drunken stupor, he learned what Ham, the youngest son, had done. Then he cursed the descendants of Canaan, the son of Ham. A curse on the Canaanites. May they be the lowest of servants to the descendants of Shem and Japheth. Then Noah said, May Shem be blessed by the Lord my God, and may Shannon be his servant. May God enlarge the territory of Japheth, and may he share the prosperity of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. Noah lived another 350 years after the flood. He was 950 years old when he died. Genesis chapter 10. This is the history of the families of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the three sons of Noah. Many children were born to them after the flood. Descendants of Japheth. The descendants of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, sorry if I pronounce these wrong, Madai, Javin, Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. The descendants of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The descendants of Javin were Elisha, Tarnish, Kittim, and Rodanim. These descendants became the seafaring peoples in various lands, each tribe with his own language. Descendants of Ham. The descendants of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The descendants of Cush were Siba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabteka. The descendants of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. One of Cush's descendants was Nimrod, who became a heroic warrior. He was a mighty hunter in the Lord's sight. His name became proverbial, and people would speak of someone as being like Nimrod, a mighty hunter in the Lord's sight. He built the foundation of his empire in the land of Babylonia with the cities of Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Kalna. From there, he extended his reign to Astria, where he built Nineveh, uh, Rehob, Rehoborath Kala, sorry, and Rezin, the main city of the empire, located between Nineveh and Kala. Mizraim was the ancestor of the Lulites, Anamites, Lahibatites, Lephahites, Pathrusites, Casalites, and the Caphtorites, for whom the Philistines came. Sorry. Canaan's oldest son was Sidon, the ancestor of the Sidonians. Canaan was also the ancestor of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Architites, Sinatites, Arvadites, Zamarites, and Hamathites. Eventually, the territory of Hannah spread from Sidon to Gar near Gaza and to Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zebam near Lasha. These were the descendants of Ham, identified according to their tribes, languages, territories, and nations. Descendants of Shem. Sons were also born to Shem, the older brother of Zeboth. Shem was the ancestor of all the descendants of Eber. The descendants of Shem were Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The descendants of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arphaxad was the father of Shelah, and Shelah was the father of Eber. Eber had two sons. The first was named Peleg, a division, for during his lifetime the people of the world were divided into different language groups and dispersed. His brother's name was Joktan. Joktan was the ancestor of Almodad, Sheleph, Hazar, Manavith, Jerah, Hadaram, Uzral, Digla, Obal, Abimal, Sheba, Epher, Havilah, and Jobab. The descendants of Joktan lived in the area extending from Misha towards the eastern hills of Shafar. These were the descendants of Shem, identified according to their tribes, languages, territories, and nations. These were the families that came from Noah's sons, listed nation by nation according to their lines of descent. The earth was populated with the people of these nations after the flood. And again, I apologize if I messed up any of those names along the lines. My apologies. But that'll be it for today. And tomorrow I'll be back with Genesis chapter 11.